To Tython, Padawan. Everyone at the temple is looking forward to meeting you. Your former masters praise your combat skills. They say you're becoming an expert duelist.
It's easy to excel when you're trained by the best.
The Jedi Council will assign you a new master to oversee your final trials. You'll be tested in ways you can't imagine. But when you leave Tython, you'll know what it means to be a Jedi Knight. More importantly, you'll know yourself.
I'm eager to face these trials. Where do I start?
There's a speeder here that will take you to... Hang on. Getting an emergency signal. Flesh Raiders, armed with blasters? He must be mistaken.
I'm mistaken or not, that Padawan is under attack.
They've never come this close before. Flesh Raiders are a species of hostile natives. They're smart enough to use tools and violent beyond reason. I'm sending every able-bodied Jedi down to the Padawan training grounds right away. Especially you.
Just point the way. I'll handle the rest.
Take the speeder outside to the training grounds, push back the Flesh Raiders, and find out if they're really using advanced weapons. Go. I'll catch up with you after I alert the Jedi Council. May the Force be with you.
Alright guys, what's going on? As I said in the previous video, this is Adam with Soulburst MMO, and generally we aren't going to be showing traveling in between each quest like I am right now, but I thought that as it's one of the opening videos, I think it'd be a good idea to give a little bit of an introduction, so it would be easier for you to follow along. Along the way, you'll start picking up if you haven't played MMOs, or if you're not as experienced. I've played them for like 8 years now, so I'm actually really in-depth knowledge when it comes to MMOs. And basically right here, our character, who is the Jedi Knight, I figured I'd just pick the Jedi Knight because it's kind of like your very stereotypical light player of the Republic side, and it just kind of suited well. So right now we're basically a Padawan in training, and we are going on right now to defeat some Flesh Raiders, which they are actually going to be a huge key part of this entire planet that we are on until about level 10 when we end up leaving this planet. However, this is just pretty much the beginning. This is basically the game's way of introducing you to the game, but we have a quest. Our first mission, I suppose, is to go ahead and defeat 10 Flesh Raiders to basically, 1, prove our worth, and 2, the base is under attack from them. And so we're kind of Padawan in training, trying to get to Knight of the Republic. Right now we only have really 2 main basic attacks. It's like strike and swipe. Basically, if you are unfamiliar with SWTOR or any MMO, if you maybe have played World of Warcraft, this is a character very similar to the Rogue and the Warrior. If you're not familiar, essentially my character does a move that builds up focus, and actually we'll let this play through and then I'll get right back to you guys on that one.
You're unharmed. Good. Flesh Raider shot me in the leg while I was rescuing some Padawans. Don't know where these things got blasters, but I know how to use them. I've been evacuated to a med center, but the fighting isn't over.
I'll push back the enemy, whatever it takes.
We need to stop them at the source. Another Padawan found a cave tunnel the Flesh Raiders used to enter this valley. I need you at that tunnel, making sure the Flesh Raiders don't get any more reinforcements through it.
I'll find this cave tunnel and seal it.
We need to end this conflict before anyone else gets hurt. Find the tunnel along the mountain range. May the Force be with you.
Alright, so as I was saying, our character actually it builds up focus. So we use our first attack to build up focus, and every time we attack we get more and more focus, and then our second attack uses that focus, and it's a more damaging attack. So our first attack is kind of a medium attack. It's our lightest attack actually, and it doesn't do a lot of damage. However, we need it in order to do our more powerful attacks, and we build up our focus, and then we unleash our focus essentially. And it's a very straightforward class. A lot of beginners, I would recommend using this class because it's very straightforward. But however, I've heard that later down the line this is one of the more complicated classes, so we'll see how it goes. So now we are essentially on our way to going to rescue the people in the cave here, and we find out that the Flesh Raiders are becoming a more and more bigger problem on this planet, and as the story develops you guys are going to see how much of a problem they're becoming. So right now it's very simple combat. Like I was saying, that we only have 2 spells. If you're unfamiliar with the MMO, or if maybe you're only familiar with World of Warcraft, in Star Wars you actually get a new spell, or actually several new spells every time you level up. So once we hit level 3, level 4, level 5, we get new abilities that increase our our combat abilities and our ways of killing people and healing ourselves, and it gets a lot more complex. And so far I'm actually really enjoying the Jedi Knight storyline and just the playability. It's very great. So now we're gonna go to this cutscene right here.
Stop struggling, Padawan. Your life was over the moment you set foot here. Because the Order must evolve, and you are weak.
Whoever you are, step away from that Padawan.
You are dangerous. You killed my soldiers. Not attacking, cleansing. And we have only begun.
Lay down your weapons. I don't want to hurt you.
The old order is dead. Long live the new order.
Alright, so we basically learned that Khalif here is an ex-Jedi Order who is commanding these Flesh Raiders, and he's actually strong. He's the first strong encounter of the game, if you guys are unfamiliar with that. A strong character is obviously what its name entails, is a stronger character than just your average NPC. It's not quite an elite, but it is a stronger one.
You two alright? What happened here? Thank the Force that you're both safe. This man's no Jedi. At least not one of us.
He organized the attack on the training grounds. Called the Flesh Raiders his soldiers.
I warned the Council these natives aren't mindless beasts. This is proof. This lightsaber, there's something familiar about it. Strange. You held off all these attackers by yourself with only a practice saber. Impressive.
I followed my instincts, that's all.
They served you well. This battle's over, but we don't want any more Flesh Raiders coming through here. That should hold them back for now.
I can see why you're a Jedi Master.
When you get as old as me, you'll learn a few tricks. Not yet. I'll get you to a med center. You seem all right to travel alone. Report to the Jedi Council.
I only just arrived on Tython. Where am I going?
Follow the path leading out of this valley. You'll find the Jedi temple through the mountain pass. See you there.